Orientation is large rotating device. Oh, come on. Oh, my God. What do you mean I can't fucking... Hold on a second. Share. Nope. Not in a minute. I can't rotate. Oh, you fucking pile of shit. Fucking YouTube. God, I hate this fucking app. Here, let me fucking swap it. This one over here. Get it. Motherfucker. Now I gotta put that one here. And then this one goes here. See if anyone even shows up, bud. There we go. This one goes here. And turn the volume down. Need a better prop stick. No one's here. Great. Perfect. Am I being shadow banned? Welcome to the chat. GZ Dairy, you're number one. Evening, bud. How's it going? Impromptu. Guy just decided, I'm in there, losing my mind, the wife and I, talking about stuff and things. The Zip, what's up, Zip? Lee Harris in the house, hey now. Cheers, bud. Betty Swain, hello there. Taco. Heidi Finnegan? Finnegan? Is that Irish? You are newish. Albert Parker, stay now. Good to see you. Evening. It's like number 3, but it still tastes really good. Jacqueline Dewar, evening. Buckshot Hill, I'm here. Hell yeah. Mama Mert. Great. Caught the light. Yeah. You got one. Cool. Todd S. Evening. Watching Trump and you at the same time. Why is it that I always pick, or me and Farmer both pick evenings that stuff and things are going on? If the camera looks weird, it wouldn't let me turn it sideways. So I'm just running with it. I got the droid over here doing the camera stuff, and I got my my phablet over here so I can READ. So if I'm not looking at y'all, I'm just reading what y'all are saying because I can't see shit over there. Dan Holmblad, say hello to my little friend. Hell yeah, long time watcher. Finnegan is Norwegian, so you're like a Viking. The wife is Scandinavian. Is Norwegians Vikings? Sure. The Dick Steele in the house. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, brother. So those of you that, I know a bunch of you donated or whatever. I know the Dick Steele showed up to my dad's benefit, whatever. Give you guys a quick update on Pops before we get into the bullshit. He walked almost 40 feet today. 37 feet he walked today with a walker. So the legs are coming back slowly but surely. Still working on the abs. The whole going potty thing is a little sketchy still, unfortunately, which is a little embarrassing for an older feller, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? But I just, and those of you that donated, and sometimes you want to know where your money went. Well, I just spent, all day last Saturday, and I wrapped it up Wednesday. We built a, 21 plus 16 is 37 foot long ramp, pressure treated to get up into the house, because eventually he is coming home. Whether or not he's probably gonna need the ramp anyway, because let's build stairs everywhere. That's why I have a single story ranch, because I know someday I probably, my legs and my back already fucking suck. So there we go. We're good. But Dad's coming along good. So I appreciate you all. The prayers and the thoughts and all that are working. And I figured I'd give you all a heads up on, where he was at and where some of y'all's money goes. I gotta put my cheaters on. I gotta zoom in on this stuff. So y'all got me for either an hour or those three. And this one's probably like, a good 7/8. Hold on. More like 3/4. So we got 3 3/4 beers. Let's talk about some shit. What have you guys been seeing that's been going on down south and poor people? That's what I wanted to talk about. Hence the title of the video. We have poor leadership. What are you guys talking about? Moses, you guys are just cranking by it. Holy shit. Other channels have the same issue with the way the video displays. Yeah. Doing these streams this way, you will get more people to see it. I hope so, Lee. I hope so. I mean, at this point, I'm not into it. We're, 30 days out? What is today? Today is the 5th. We are exactly 1 month away from D-Day. Election day. I'm trying to prop up my eye fail pad here. We're beyond the point of trying to convince anyone right now, I think. What I'm trying to do is grab people that won't speak up and voice their opinions and know that shit is wrong, and just grab them by their shirt and say, fucking say something. Wake up. Stop sitting there going, well, I agree with you, but I don't want to. Why not? What are you scared of? What are you scared of saying? Maybe if you're, depending on where you work, just don't say it in front of your boss. Don't say it the coworkers that you can and cannot talk in front of. But I'm the same guy at the pizza shop here in town, at the gas station, at the bank. I don't fucking care. And 99.9% of the time, my company shirt's on with my phone number on the back of it. I don't fucking care. I don't care. And more people need to start having that thought process. I'm an American. I pay fucking taxes. This is fucking bullshit. That's how all of our attitudes need to fucking be. And now those poor people down in Florida and the Carolinas are reaping the benefits of having poor fucking leadership. It's disgusting and it pisses me off to no fucking end. No end. Mike Blake, FEMA has crossed the line in a big way. No shit, Mike. But you want to know what? No, we need more money. More money. More money. That's what they're going to say, Mike. And fucking Mayorkas piece of shit that was impeached, but what happened to that? Nothing! He should have no fucking job. He should be fired. When's the last time anyone in the government has lost their fucking job? Been fired because of incompetence. Look at the debacle of the Afghanistan fucking pullout. Did anyone lose their fucking job over that? No. How many fucking people died? We had 13 service members that were killed on Abbey Gate. Umpteen other ones were dismembered for the rest of their lives. No one fired. No one held accountable. Trump gets shot in the ear, and we had the DEI hire the Secret Service fucking, the broad that was in charge of that shit, she just steps down. No one else fired. Drives me insane if you can't tell already. I think they are showing their true colors. They need to be taking to the park and play on the swings. Oh, they need to go to the fucking train station, Taz, where they need to go. Some of them. These people are fighting the weather, government, and other people. I feel sorry for them. If I could walk, I would be there from Minnesota. Dan Humbrand. Screw plan playbook. Courage should not be contagious. Or it should be. Should not be. I don't know if that came across proper there, playbook, but I think I get what you're saying. And Tennessee, roger that, Mama Mert. Tennessee got. I mean, the other thing too that crossed my mind, and I'm sure it's the farthest from those people's minds down there that literally lost their entire lives. The ones that are lucky enough to be still walking and above ground and breathing. How are they going to vote now? I mean, there's entire towns that are just gone, either gone or cut off. I know that should be the farthest thing from it. Just kind of scooted through my thought process. You know what I mean? Because trust me, since I did that last recorded video, I've just been, I've kind of delved in. I want to try to figure out what's bullshit and what's really happening. Because I'm seeing reports about, civilians with their helicopters being threatened with arrest. I actually seen a local news, little plug, not plug, but a little 15-minute blip on a local news station about that exact same scenario where the guy's co-pilot was his son. Some of you guys might have seen that shit. But then I watched on Dale Jr. Download, they interviewed Cletus McFarland, which some of you motorheads might know that guy from Florida, big drag racer guy, whatever. He went down in his helicopter. He didn't say anything about any type of pushback from any fire departments or whatever. I think some of these guys are just whipping their pants down and trying to see who's got the bigger fucking dick. But meanwhile, though, Tim Kennedy, those of you that don't know him, he's a former special forces guy and an MMA fighter, deployed several times. I cannot remember the name of his foundation. Save Our Allies, I believe is the name of it. He started that during the Afghanistan debacle. Now he has those folks down south. And he's saying, FEMA is basically in the fucking way. And they came ill-prepared, no money, basically setting up. They don't even want to they're like, oh, well, we're not going in where there's no roads. You're the Federal Emergency Management. When there's a massive emergency, the roads aren't going to be clear. It's not going to be sunshine and fucking pretty clouds in the sky, you fucktards. Again, guaranteed we're reaping the benefits of DEI fucking hire bullshit. I don't care what you have or have not in betwixt your legs, what pigment you may or may not have in your fucking skin. All I care is that you know how to do the fucking job. Raw! Unfucking believable. Well, it is believable. Look at who's running the fucking show. Even Joe doesn't even know what the fuck's going on. Oh, man, yeah. Ask Alex. She said, I got back up a little bit. A guy's been fucking, I'll get yapping. Sean Riley. Hey, now. What's up, brother? Lee here. Double tap the screen. Yeah, appreciate you. We got Michigan. Betty Swain. They have to register online for FEMA money, but most don't have power. No power, no internet. Again, I don't know how much truth it is because anyone can make it look like it was a screenshot from Elon Musk from X, formerly known as Twitter. But allegedly his Starlink engineers were getting pushed back, trying to fly Starlink units down in there or not. Again, I haven't heard. I mean, when I see it literally come from the lips of Elon Musk, then I'll probably believe it. But there's so much misinformation bullshit coming out of down there. Some, half truths, whatever. The only real truth that I see so far through every single video, because like I told you guys that watched my last video, I got like 1,500 views, which is pretty neat, was that real Americans in desperate situations always come together, always help their fellow man. There is no politics there. It's just, you're my neighbor, you're a fellow human being, you're in trouble, I'm going to go help you. I believe unless you are a total piece of shit, I swear that is a total inert, God-given type thing that's in, I would have to say all of us, that, when you see a fellow human that's in trouble, especially in a situation like that. I mean, I watched video after video after video after video of what happened down there. And you guys have seen this stuff. It's fucking biblical. Biblical floods, biblical damage, and I think it's just an inherent human, God-given thing to want to help your fellow man. And when you're not allowed to, I think that pulls at our emotions. When someone gets in the way, like Big Daddy G, FEMA, and all these fucking dicks that want to pull their britches down. Look at the size of my dick. You're not fucking flying over here. It really fucking pisses us off. Just fucking saying. It's bad. I live in Ontario. This is Joe Bosniak. I live in Ontario, and it makes me puke seeing what's going on in both countries. Yeah, Joe. It's weak leadership. Period. End of story. I mean, was it? Kamala went down there for a photo op. I don't think Papa Joe's been down there once, maybe. They said that they had to shut the airspace down for the president to come through, but they didn't specify which president. Because we all know Papa Joe pretty much said it the other day. That she was in, she was part of every decision made and every policy fucking made. So basically, what we've had for the last 3.5 years, she's been a part of, but she's going to fix it all, everyone. Yeah, give me a fucking break. He got them in, Starlink up and running. He was just on stage with Trump and PA. Appreciate the heads up, Todd. I seen a little snippet of JD, but I didn't know Trump was down there back in Butler, balls of steel, back to the scene of the crime. Of course, 20-year-old with no social media. No coincidence, walked around for an hour plus with a rangefinder and a backpack and a drone and a ladder and a rifle. That's fine. Sure. I'm sure that was a coincidence too. Hound of Goshen in the house. Appreciate it. Dems have to check boxes before they will help someone. It's disgusting, Betty. It is thoroughly and utterly disgusting on what some of these Democrats and Republicans, just their human disconnect is disgusting. They don't give a fuck. The government, that's the one thing before I got into politics, which has been mostly my entire life. I never voted. I was one of those people with my head in the sand, had no idea what was going on or why it happened. Now I know why. And now I can't stop being fucking angry about it. 3 threes in the house. That, what was I going with this? Sure. I can't remember. Anyway, it's bad. Things are bad. I was listening, a guy was riding a lawnmower for, to cut my grass and weed eat. And I got this neat spray from the Cato Hardmore store that just kills weeds right now. So I was spraying that stuff down the wife's walkway and one of our walkways, whatever. So the guy's got his headphones on. I listened to like 2 episodes of the Tucker Carlson show on the Spotify. And I tell you what, Spotify doesn't get enough fucking credit. Everyone's talking about how, X is now the one last platform for freedom of speech and ding dang, whistle bark and all that. I cannot believe the stuff that is still being allowed. It's disgusting to say because allegedly we have a First Amendment. Yeah, right. But the stuff that's still allowed on Spotify, Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, the Sean Ryan podcast, all on Spotify. Or whatever, like my folks, they're pushing 70. I get it. You don't, how do I make this work? It's just like running, your radio or something. You just click on it, you search what you want to listen to, whatever. But Spotify should get more kudos on what is allowed on their platform, which is still, I can't believe I have to fucking say that. Because, this is America. We should be able to, say pretty much whatever the fuck we want to say. Now, you can't go into a theater and scream fire, but it seems like the Democrats do that quite a bit with all sorts of issues now, don't they? But they're not held accountable. Absolutely not. Why would they be? Because all the media outlets, including the one that I'm speaking on right now, is pretty much ran and operated or are just a coordinated fucking part of said party. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, to a certain extent, this platform that we're speaking on right now, hence why me and Andy have to camouflage our words. And if y'all remember down the last live stream that we did, and if you didn't watch it, hopefully you guys showed up for the actual live stream. I don't know how many of y'all know. I don't even know if Andy even said anything about it. It had gotten taken down after, I think it was late Saturday morning. It got taken down after we got past like 8,000 views for medical misinformation from Moa. Yeah, it was great. And meanwhile, I did some research and what I was talking about, which now I have to camouflage it because we're on this fucking platform. A certain assassinated president's nephew. Are you tracking with me? A certain assassinated president's nephew was speaking about certain things that go into our children's bodies from birth to 18, and he gave a number. And I said that pretty much verbatim, other than using the words, because we all know that AI are our new babysitters on this platform. And so if I use the wrong word, it's going to trigger some shit, and then this one will get fucking canned. So at any rate, I quoted a number that he said. which rhymes with 70. From 0 to 18 years of age, they would get 70 of these things. So I went to the CDC website that morning because Farmer texts me and says, hey, they pulled the video down for misinformation. Come to find out, it's over that number. If you gave your child all the recommended, things from the age of 0 to 18, it would be more than 70. But Andy got the video pulled down for that. This is what we're dealing with. It's great. And then I go on my X account and I have like 127 followers on there. I go live over there, but it'd be neat to talk to those people, but I don't know if they get if there's a bell and how that, if they get a notification. I don't know how that works. So here we are on this liberal platform, still communicating. Yay! Awesome. What have you guys been talking about? I've been blabbing. Oh, Josh Bot. I imagine there's people in the military pissed because they haven't been sent to help. Well, speaking of that, Joe, I watched another guy, and I wish I remembered down his YouTube channel. He's another military veteran, such as myself, and believe he's a retired, or maybe did 20. I don't know. He has a captain rank on the back of his laptop, so I'm assuming he was an Army captain. And he did some Googling research, whatever, and there's about 5 to 6 military installations in and around the area of North and South Carolina, Tennessee. And he's a GWOT veteran, such as myself. And the military, like most of you folks in here probably have no idea what the military might can actually do when there's a major plan put into action. The number of bodies and vehicles and supplies that can be moved by the United States military is fucking astounding. And here it is, 2024. We're tracking this storm. Yep, we didn't know it was going to be as bad as it was when it got inland into the Carolinas, obviously up there in Asheville and into the mountains and stuff. But at any rate, they knew the storm was coming. They knew it was going to be bad. How come no one spooled up any units from the active army? That can be done federally, no problem. All this is a stroke of a pen. I mean, they killed the Keystone Pipeline with a stroke of the pen. How come we can't send help with a fucking stroke of the pen? Because they don't fucking want to. That's why. Are we all getting it yet? Where is it at? It's right up there. See it up there? Are you getting it yet? I'm sure the 74 folks in here now, my phone says 73, the iFail pad says 74, are absolutely fucking getting it. They don't fucking care about you. They don't care about us. All they care about is the revenue they can get from us. That's it. Cat 3 hurricane coming to Central Florida Wednesday. Great. Here comes another one. Kurt Jennings, evening. Sorry, I'm catching up with y'all. Biden sending more troops to the Middle East, but I thought Kamala said we don't have troops in combat. Yeah. Isn't that fucking great? Oh, a farmer just texted me. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up his message. Here we go. Where is he at? Oh, here we go. Let's see what farmer's got. Holy Christ, he's long-winded. Just watch this. Yeah, I'll be saying some of the. Oh, I sent him what is it? Scuttlebutt is the name of the guy's YouTube channel. He's a Marine veteran. Most of the time he does reactionary type videos to like woke military garbage. And he did a thing about this particular platform and content. I guess if you want to call me a content creator or whatever. And I'll be saying some of the same things in a future YouTube video. They don't just surprise you now. They don't even let you monetize. But I bet anybody on the left who wants to trash the fuck out of Trump gets to. Yep. I'd say, yep. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, yes. There we go. We'll just sending. Yes, there we go. Must be his bell's not rung, or if his bell was rung, then it didn't work for him because he, He'd be in here chit-chatting. Mike, but yeah, oh yeah, I'm back to where did you fact check? Yeah, I did fact check myself. Yeah. Farron Mick, it was gone the next day. I was there that night. Yep. It's a good thing some of y'all actually watched it when you did. They killed my whoa, Todd S. They killed my daughter. She was only 10 weeks old. Holy fuck, Todd. So sorry to hear that, bud. Liberal Tears, Wisconsin here. I share your last video on all the socials and said everyone should watch and share it because we should all be mad about what's going on in North Carolina. It's a joke what FEMA is doing. Well, I appreciate you, LT. I ended up picking up 10 new subscribers, which is, whatever. Just trying to get I don't even call it the word out. Just to get the mind space that we're not by ourselves. That if you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, this doesn't smell right, it doesn't sound right, it doesn't look right, it ain't fucking right. Am I going crazy? Am I the only one? No. It's like fucking Aaron Lewis, that song, Am I the Only One? No, you're not the only one. There is thousands upon thousands of us out here. It's just, the thing is platforms like this are trying to make it impossible or difficult for us to conversate using our First Amendment rights. So we have to camouflage our words. We have to, tiptoe around the fucking tulips on what we say and how we say it. You got to have a fucking synopsis over here, and you have to have some dude like Rogan's got, Jamie, sitting over here on the fucking computer with laser-fingered hands on the Google machine, making sure what you just said is actually factual. Well, how do you know what's factual nowadays when the companies that you go to get the facts are ran by the liberal fucktards that are telling you lies? Isn't it a fun game, everyone? It's great. Let me get caught up with y'all. Holy shit. MTG said it was weather modification. I wouldn't doubt it, Daryl. I mean, they've been doing it since the 50s. Look it up. If you don't believe me, the tinfoil. Holy shit. The tinfoil hat's over there. But they started in the 50s. They took a B-20, what was it? The big bomber from World War II bomber, and they dropped a bunch of dry ice into a hurricane, and then they inadvertently steered it into Georgia, and it created a bunch of devastation, killed a couple of people. At that time, they had allowed the public to know that they were doing it, and obviously there was public outrage. Do you think the government quit doing that? Do you? No, they just quit telling us they were doing it. That was fucking 60 plus years ago. What do you suppose the technology is now? Just saying. Just saying. I'm not saying it's truth. I'm just saying if they kept doing it, 60 years of technology, what do you suppose they could do with that? And now the other rumor is, I just seen someone said it, Brian Chambers, look up the lithium deal. There you go. That's all I'll say about that. Just look it up. Don't take my word for shit. I'm reading stuff, watching videos on shit, so I don't sound like a total idiot. Alicia Coulter, evening. But it's just a weird coincidence. There's allegedly an awful lot of lithium in those hills, and now all those people have been displaced, and all that shit's been washed down to the bottom. Weird how that works. Yes. Yeah. Fork me now. We need Trump back in there before the country goes completely whacked. We are completely whacked right now, bud. We just need him to hopefully get it straight. And then JD for another 8 years. The more I hear that guy talk, the more I love that guy. The way he carries himself, he's fucking sharp as a tack. He doesn't get emotional about stuff. And if you come to attack him, you best have your fucking homework. Did you guys see it? Did you either watch the whole thing, which I don't know how you could because it was a slaughterhouse. I've only seen a couple of clips. But the vice president debate, he smoked that fucktard. Smoked! That's our guy. That's our guy. Trump's going to come back and get the ball rolling because it's going to take more than, let's be honest. Now, granted, let me pause this for a second. We all know he can only do 4 more years. So that's actually a good thing because now, come year 2 of his next presidency, he's not going to be worried about reelection. He's going to be worried about who is going to be reelected and who's, going to carry on. But he's not going to give a fuck about any of that bullshit. So hopefully we can win the House. We can win the Senate. We need to fucking landslide all the way down to your local dog catcher, needs to be on the same fucking page. I don't even want to name political parties because there's enough fucking rhinos in the Republican Party. So I don't want to say Republican. I mean, when you go to vote in your local shit, do your due diligence. How's this person's voting? What do they say in public? What do they say behind closed doors? And how do they vote? That's the most important. Oh, my Lord. They only want 2 things, your vote and your money. You got that right, J-Dob. Daryl Smith, that's... what is the weed? Oh, what is the weed spray? Shit. It's over there. Mom, I don't know what it is, but it's... Yeah, weeds and grass. Bye-bye. It's like fucking dirt, bud. Wearing your voluntary chip tracker. Yeah. I mean, you got yours in your hand unless you watch me on the TV, SV. They're all tracking. We're being tracked everywhere. If you got a car that's newer than 2020, you're being tracked in that. Don't fool yourself. We're being tracked everywhere. You have to go back to like 1994 technology. Like an old school Motorola flip phone that you can take the fucking bin. Appreciate it, Todd. Before the sickness period, there was a huge large black plastic tubs the size of a small horse. Also, they bought guillotines. Isn't that weird, SV? It is kind of weird. I seen that too. Those are FEMA coffins. The Dick Steele Harp. Roger that, sir. There's another. Yep, they've been fucking around with shit for years. Just fucking saying. Would you put it past? Here's the thing. If you're denying it, if you're like really wondering, because sometimes I wonder too. But the thing is like, would you put it past them if they could do it? Would you put it past them? Ask yourself that question. And then you might have the answer to it. And it's worth thinking about and researching. That's all I got to say. Would you put it past them to do it? The Sleevers, the man from Martha's Vineyard family, speak code. The Sleevers, Mama Merch. The Sleevers. I'm going to have to try to decipher your code there. Lithium and quartz crystals. Yep. Debate was good. Yeah. Oh, hey, there he is. Just got out of the shower and James is live. Be careful. Don't be harmful content. Yep. Already spoke about that one, Farmer. How it was my fault, even though I fact checked myself the following day and it's actually the number was more. Vibes, Jimmy. It's all about vibes and joy. Oh, yeah. Another communist fucking talking point. Commies, they all are. So Tucker had Senator Lee, I believe his name was, from Utah, was on his podcast the evening of the VP debate. It takes me like 2 hours to cut my grass and do the weed whacking and all that shit. So I listened to the whole podcast. And he was talking about how if they get all 3, if they get the White House, the Senate, they'll pack the fucking Supreme Court and the Republic will be lost. Period. End of story. They will make it so all the millions upon millions of illegals that they've let into this country to destroy this country will be able to vote. I mean, they're already doing that now with this whole license stuff. I don't know if you guys seen any of that. When they go to get a driver's license, they're automatically eligible to vote. Great. So the Republic will be officially dead if that happens. And it's not too far-fetched how close we are to that happening. It's fucking scary. And people, the liberal brainwashed mind is so fucked up that the only thing I can do is laugh or get angry about it. I mean, those of you that have the fuck book, look up the other 98%. That's the name of the page. I swear it is Russian bot farm, Russian disinformation or something, because the garbage that is put out on that page, it'll just be some liberal brainwashed garbage statement. And what infuriates me the most is I go into the comments and look at alleged Americans that are just going, aha, oh, truth, amen to that. Just the most, name it. What these fucktards are doing, they'll put it out. Like, they're obsessed with this Project 2025. I don't know if you guys have seen, heard about this or whatever. They're obsessed about this fucking thing, which meanwhile, Trump has shot that down on how many times. He's never read it. He doesn't know anything about it. Personally, I think the Democrats came up with it and pushed it out there on purpose just to get people riled up. Oh, look what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, yeah. In 1983, a massive flood devastated Parson, West Virginia. What followed was mountaintop mining. I'm sure that was just a coincidence, Daryl. They would, again, would they? Would they do that for money? Would they kill and kill Americans and destroy their homes and their property, their entire lives for money? Would corporations do that? Which, because we all know, Big Daddy G is ran by corporations. They would never do that. Right? Sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a $1.04 in here, boy. Oh, shit. During the debate, Tampon Tim looked like Don Rickles on meth. That's fucking hilarious, dude. They screenshot that, Oh, didn't you know he's friends with fucking school shooters too? I thought that was a great clip too. What a fucking idiot. And this is their VP pick. And then the thing is you go on these liberal pages, like I just said, on the other 98%, and they'll say that he killed it. Or all they'll say is that how JD was this, that, and the other fucking thing, or he's just weird. Message, how come your message was retracted, Todd asked. That's weird. Oh, man, yeah. Gillette, yeah. I wouldn't put anything past the idiots that are in charge today. Roxanne, how are you? Yeah. I mean, I can go on and on about, I spent 16 days a block away from World Trade 1 and 2 from September 21st. Well, I had 16 days of that. So I was there about to October 5th. So, yeah. And how much money was made off of that? Great. So y'all can get mad at me if you want, but with the way social media is going, you need to get off your asses and get on Rumble and follow us there, because who knows how long we'll be here. Yes, we need to do that. It's really not that hard, because the wife and I were just talking about it. YouTube is convenient for a reason, y'all. They make it easy. And who owns... Someone put it in the comments right now, who owns YouTube? I want somebody to either Google it. Who owns YouTube? Put that in the comments right now, and then we're going to talk about it. I'll sip on my beer and wait a hot minute. Someone Google up who owns YouTube. Betty Swain. Ding, ding, ding. You get the gold star, ma'am. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do we trust Google? Yes or no in the comments section. Do we trust Google? Especially during an election year. Do we trust Google, everyone? Do we trust Google? Let's see it. Yeah. I know we got a little like, no, Mike Blake, no. Todd S, fuck no. Right? So it's pretty much a consensus that we don't trust them. So why are we using their fucking platform? Why? Because it's easy. Oh my God, I bought this brand new phone and it came with it on it already. If it comes on the phone already, you know they're in bed with it. If it's on your fucking TV, they know they're in bed with Big Daddy G. Same with Facebook. It's already on your phone. Brand new phone. Bought a brand new phone. $1,400 fucking Droid. Facebook already on it. They're not to be trusted. If they're complaining about it, that's where we need to go. But unfortunately, Farmer's up to what? What do you got, Farmer? 22K on here on the blue tube, give or take. I just tripped over 3,310 or whatever. We need to go where we're not subject to fucking bullshit and have to use camouflage words and shit. I mean, I just scroll, even I've had, I don't know how many people say, oh, I tried to say this and ScrewTube wouldn't let me. That's because we're using this platform. We need to get away from this. And that's with anything and everything. Even though this is a free app, they're still getting paid by our data and all that are garbage. So if people don't use it, which here I am, with a big black fucking spray can painting the kettle black because typically that's all I watch is YouTube. I can't stand to watch anything else on television. But we need to start using other platforms. And I mean, basically it's the same thing as voting with your money. Yeah. Farmer's got 25,000 followers on ScrewTube, but he's only got 300 on Rumble. I couldn't tell you what I got on Rumble. I have 127 followers on X, which allegedly Elon was supposed to make X like this one-stop shop. Like we should be able to do the same things we do on YouTube and the same things we do on Facebook and the same things we do on fucking eBay, for Christ's sakes, on one platform. When that's happening, I don't know. I think you can go live on X right now, but like Farmer and I said, even on the last live stream, if you were able to catch it before I got shook hand, that why waste our time just talking to 100 people when more people, unfortunately, use this fucking commie platform? It's great. So we really need to start trying to, meander over there. And it's the same, Farmer already seen the clip. This guy's like, the scuttlebutt guy I was just talking about how the liberals will take clips of shit and they will just spread it across every fucking social media platform known to man with no fucking scrutiny. But the right and the conservatives, God forbid, either one that we're allowed to do that or we even do that to begin with. Luckily, I see his clips all the time on TikTok and on Instagram. That's actually happening with his stuff. But the problem is, like I just said, TikTok and Instagram. I mean, they just tried to ban TikTok, for God's sakes. I wonder why. Because every time that Big Daddy G does anything, I question it, because at this point, they don't do anything for us. So what are you scared of TikTok for? Hence why I re-downloaded it, because I'm like, fuck it. Even though I know it's owned. Well, it's Chinese owned, but they're allegedly based out of Texas. But then on a podcast, I believe on here, he had a intelligence guy on saying basically it doesn't matter if they're here on a fucking college visa, they are a Chinese asset. Period. End of story. So I don't fucking know. Everything's fine, right? Everything's great. Everything's fine. It's no problem. Sure. Man. The sleever is code for rolling up your sleeve. Oh, roger that, mama. Roger, got it. Sleever. Never heard that one before. We just call it the arm dart or whatever, or the, you gotta do the horse call thing. Duck. Yeah, roger that. Jason, I got duck, go. But I think me and Farmer did some investigations not too long ago. And even duck, go has a little bit of fucking libtard in it, if you know what I'm saying. It's like a virus. It fucking works its fucking way into everything. It's disgusting. TikTok is killing it right now, getting the hurricane info out. Yeah, Mike, and I think that's why Big Daddy G wanted to shit can it, because he can't regulate it. They're, look at what Farmer and I talked about it on the last live, whatever. If you missed it, Mark E. Zuckerberg wrote this letter to Jim Jordan about how the Biden administration pressured them during the pandemic and blah 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 and misinformation, blah 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 blah. Well, I don't think TikTok can be bought now, regardless if they're ran by a Chinese asset. At least they're letting information out. And again, Mike, that's what I was on the other night, and all I did was put in Hurricane Helene, and you could just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And granted, I'm not boots on the ground there, haven't seen in person, but the only thing I can relate it to is literally ground zero in Manhattan on after 9/11 when I was down there. The level of destruction is biblical, and I can't even I can't even grasp words to describe what it must be like to be going through that stuff. Not know if your loved ones made it out. The neighbors that you care about, you can't talk to them, you can't find whatever. It's mind numbing. Mind numbing. Andy and I went after my 72-year-old neighbor, and he said, "You're gullible," then sent me a CNN video. Oh, but yeah, we're gullible. Right, sure. Tell your neighbor he's obviously a dipshit. Yeah, no kidding. Really? You could still use the Google machine. Google up who owns CNN, MSNBC, ABC, basically all the mainstream 3 to 4 letter entities, propaganda machines. I believe it's like 3 billionaires that are all well-to-do, well-off, and hate anything having to do with one Donald Trump or conservative values whatsoever. And that should tell you everything you need to know about those news stations. And anyone that works for them has sold their fucking soul and is a shill and basically a prostitute for propaganda. Period. End of story. And they're slowly dying, which I hope they do die. Granted, they'll probably scratch themselves out of the grave and recreate themselves, but until they change the actual statute, which Obama got rid of, by the way, that said that mainstream media is not allowed to propagate to the American public, until that goes away, they cannot be trusted. Period. End of story. I remember, what was it? Walter Cronkite used to fucking run it right down the fucking middle. You couldn't tell who that guy was voting for. That's the way the news should be. But instead, we have propaganda machines and people like your neighbor that just watches it and think it's gospel because it's on the television. That's what they told him. Newsmax was talking about the FEMA bullshit today. Yeah, it's that. Again, federal emergency, right? Is that a Federal Emergency Management Association? FEMA, FEMA, yeah. Federal. It's the government. Whatever the government touches turns to shit. Remember that down? Yeah. Alicia Coulter, yeah. Praying for Florida. They're getting hit with another one on Wednesday. Yep. Use the DuckDuckGo. Country Prepper 19 in the house. Evening, bud. I'm 44. Agency. Thanks, Betty. Sometimes my brain. Federal Emergency Management Agency. Roger. Yeah. Any rate, it starts with federal, so we all know it's shit. Plus, they blew all of our money on illegal immigrants who get $20K a month in EBT, $9,000. Are they getting $9,000 one-time payment, or is it $9,000 a month? I know in New York City they were getting debit cards that were preloaded. But these poor Americans that paid taxes their entire lives had property, so they paid property taxes the whole time they owned property down there, get a one-time payment of $750 to help you through these trying times. But meanwhile, let's give some more billions of dollars to some fucking country across the pond that none of us can give a shit about because it's not our fucking problem. Mm-hmm. Are you getting it yet? Yeah. Did I lose interwebs? All of a sudden I got no... All of a sudden the chat just stopped. Are we here? Oh, there we go. Yep, we're still good. The government is pretty pathetic. Yeah, Butterbean is fucking... The error is human. To really F things up, let the government get involved. Yeah. Oh, man. Did you see the cone for the next hurricane goes from the Keys to the Georgia line? I'm in the middle, so I'll see it no matter what. Well, keep your powder dry, Gary, and Godspeed, brother. If fucking, stay safe is all I can say. I can't relate to that shit. I live in upstate communist New York, which I said in my last recorded video, we always joke about, communism up here, which we have. But I guess I'd rather deal with a little bit of, what communism we do have and plowing snow maybe the 6 times a year than possibly losing my entire fucking house to a random storm, which we all know that the insurance companies now are not going to fucking pay for. These people are going to get proper fucked by their insurance companies because if you live in the mountains, you couldn't get flood insurance, I heard. I don't know if that's fact. Maybe someone can fact check myself right now on that, but that's what I heard. That there's no such thing as flood insurance up in the mountains. So if you lost your house from a mudslide / flood, they're not gonna fucking pay you. Great. Heard people were applying for the $750 assistance and were immediately denied. Imagine that, Roger. Imagine that. Oh, it's buffering a little bit. SB, yeah. I got the door open to the pod room. Oh, y'all didn't say nothing. This got fucked up. There we go. Now it's official. Now we can start talking. Holy shit. The hell was I thinking? Mingia. Joe hasn't had time to put his laundry mats in. Oh, Jesus. They have to go on the interwebs and apply for the $750, so no electricity and no interwebs makes that very hard. Doesn't that make all the sense, Roxanne? You just went through a catastrophic, biblical fucking alleged natural disaster. Oh, just go on the website, or download this app or whatever, and then, make sure you have your debit card with you because we're going to deposit the funds into your checking account. So you got to have your debit card to use them. I don't have my fucking wallet, bitch. I mean, I seen a clip of this woman that was at a gas station. She's in tears. She's been in the same clothes for 4 days. No, nothing. Luckily, they had their vehicle. No wallets, no credit cards, no ID, no nothing. Nothing. How fucked up. Poor leadership. This is what we get with poor leadership. Afghanistan withdrawal. Poor leadership. I mean, at this point, you have we got Papa Joe up there who's, senile as fuck. We got Campbell too, who's dumber than a box of rocks, but she is communist smart because she was raised by a commie. I think there's a handful of idiots and a handful of just deviant, devil, just evil motherfuckers. And you mix those two together, how useful is an idiot? Just prop them up and just, me. There you go. That's all they do with her. Did y'all see where was she at? Michigan, I think it was. When she was talking about Magic Johnson's jersey number, because we're 32 days away from the election. And then her teleprompter went out. And she's just like crickets. Is that the person you want talking to Xi Jinping Pong? or Vladimir Putin trying to broker a deal for, even though they wouldn't broker a deal for peace because all they want is war, which in the end will just probably end up being a nuclear war, and we'll all be dead. Yay! Nuclear Armageddon, everyone. Yay! What the fuck? I heard if you accept the FEMA money, you can't apply for more in the future. I don't know about that one, Betty, but my youngest son stopped by today, my college boy, and said he had seen on the TikTok, so take that what it's worth, that they'll have to pay it back. I wouldn't doubt that either. Oh, you took the $750 last year in fiscal year 2024. Well, here while you're doing your taxes in 2025 in a hotel room because you have no fucking house, don't forget to put that in your taxes. You're going to have to pay that back. Sorry. That's why I don't want anything from Big Daddy G. Nothing. I don't need you. Stay the fuck away from me. You have seen the music video Borders Are hilarious. I'll have to check that one out. Yeah. What do we got here? That's because there is no more money. Maybe is that Biden interrupted? Oh, Biden interrupted her rally. I didn't see that part, but I might have to go back and check that out. The gringo was just talking about World War III. They can't wait, can't they, Carl? They can't wait. Now the new get out of there. The new I don't even know if you call it a conspiracy theory, but the new thing going on now is Iran has a hit out on any Trump family member, period. Don Jr. was on, I don't know if you guys, again, I keep saying this, get the Spotify. It's not that expensive. Listen to it. Put it on in your car while you're cutting the grass, headphones. If you got a smartphone, if you can do this, if you can comment on a live stream, you can listen to Spotify. Tucker Carlson went out on a tour all of September, and on, I think it was his last stop, he had Donnie Jr. on there, and Don Jr. said that he's been briefed that Iran is trying to assassinate him. And he just laughed it off. But what I heard was, what bipartisan way, because I guarantee this. God forbid that Iran, or what they tell us was Iran, is successful in an assassination of, say, Trump or Trump Jr. What better partisan way to go to war with Iran than the reason of, oh, look what they just did, everyone. We should go to war with Iran. And then what's going to happen? Meanwhile, let's all remember down that they have nukes, I guess, right? Someone want to fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure Iran has nukes, right? Fuck! War's money. Not for us, though. We don't make any money. All them cocksuckers, north of Richmond do. Yep. Y'all are lucky, though. I mean, I haven't been going through beers for shit. That one was at 3/4 for last hour. Yeah. Iran has enough cash to do. Yep. It's called a spoiler alert. Yeah, spoiler alert. They blame Iran to avoid a uprising here. So does Israel. They don't confirm it, but first I heard of that, Carl. Wouldn't doubt it, though. Close to having nukes. Close to having nukes. Roger. Butterbean says I am correct, though. So close is close enough for me. I mean, let's see. I cannot remember the gal's name. She wrote a book about nuclear Armageddon, and she did her due diligence homework. She was on Sean's podcast over the summer. Listen to it. I listen to it every week. There's a new podcast comes out every Monday. I highly suggest getting Spotify and listening to it if you want to be educated on some shit. This woman has spoken to generals, spoken to people with the funny little tags around their neck that have these clearances that can go see and hear things. And she brutally explains what what that exchange will look like, and it's the end of the hunt. It's done. We're done. We're done here. No more. All gone. You don't want to live. Done. So when our politicians, these fucktards that people elected, because I forbid to call them leaders. None of them are, not one single politician should be called a leader. You are a representative of the people, period. Not a leader. You can have leadership qualities, mind you. Trump has leadership qualities, but he's still an elected representative of the people. When those people, not Trump obviously, but when those people that were elected start just throwing nuclear weapons around like it's willy-nilly, like, hey, let's go have fucking beers next Tuesday, Bob. That's a fucking problem. It's fucking scary. Because they're all in bed with the industrial military complex. And they think they're going to get rich off of it. Or they're going to be safe. You funny. Mm-hmm. They get rich. We get dead. Now you're getting it, Kraut. That's been the way for decades, bud. Decades. It's October. What is the October surprise? I'd like to know that too, Betty Swain. It's always weird when old Hillary starts running her fucking yap. When the hell is she going to go out to pasture and shut the fuck up? Who cares what that broad says anymore? And the people that do care what she says, we really don't care what they think because they're all brainwashed fucking retards anyway. Alicia Coulter, Taiwan and China. Why is that Alicia Coulter? Why does that sound familiar and I know something about that? My hairdresser today said her son is being deployed to somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Didn't know there was anything going on out there. Was your hairdresser's son in the Navy? Because the Navy goes everywhere. And just because, nothing against Navy fellas and fellas that might be in here, just because you get on a boat and you travel somewhere, it's not a real deployment. You're just going there to be there. That could be the case. I don't know. I'm just saying that's in my experience. The Navy is everywhere. Like we have submarines with 14, the Iowa class nuclear powered submarine, which can travel underwater undetected anywhere on the face of this fucking ball that we're all blessed to live on, has 14 nuclear warheads on it at a time. Yay. Great. 14 of them. The Craig, what's up, Rud? Where the fuck you been, bud? Moses, been sitting here for an hour swillering beer waiting for you. Come on. Mm-hmm. Rick Perry, hey Jimmy, how's it going? Sorry I'm late to the party. I have an Angry Orchard in hand. Hell yeah, bud. I've had me a handful. Now keep that down to about 6. They taste really good, but it's like any other type of alcohol beverage. If it tastes really good, the next morning is not going to be your friend. Just saying. Coffee in the toilet will be your friend tomorrow morning. Been splitting wood. Yeah, it's coming, bud. I can, a guy's got a sweating shirt on, and it's, it's tidbit nipples out here. Not going to lie. Fort Drum is ramping up their training. They could be. I don't get too wound up about that stuff, Betty Swain. If something really is going down, it'd be a ton. It'd be a lot. Not just onesies, twosies, or training's training. Like everyone got their panties in a bunch because the Tennessee National Guard unit deployed to the Middle East. That was put in motion months before the hurricane. My last deployment in 13-14, I left New York State in, hold on, let me think about it, October. And I didn't leave the country until December, but I was in Fort Hood, Texas from October to December until we finally flew over to Kuwait. All that stuff was put into motion years prior to that happening. So when people are like, oh, they should have been, yeah, they should have been, but those checks were already written and those orders were already written, however proper English. That's what happened. They weren't even in Tennessee. You don't just leave your, you don't just pack up your shit from the house and go over to your guard unit, hop on a fucking plane and book out. It doesn't happen that way. It's a lot of pre-planning and shit. So, yes, I can handle 2 or 1 tall boy. Yes, there you go. Good call. Good call. See that? You're thinking, fella. Oh yeah. Coffee is about to go through the roof, so is sugar. Great. That was on my podcast tonight. I was in Mississippi for 3 months before I flew to Iraq. Yeah, you know the deal, Carl. Pre-mob. So that unit in Tennessee been on pre-mob for God knows how long. And then they finally, flew out. They weren't in Tennessee. And being at their National Guard unit, that they're going to Kuwait, I guarantee they're probably going to Camp Buehring, right where I was at, because now Camp Buehring is a National Guard training site in Kuwait. I believe my unit was the last unit to get, combat pay and all that happy horse shit. Now it's just another training site. Why they got to fly them all the way to fuck over there to train them? I don't know, because we didn't do much training. We just went to work and worked on the junk that was there. Weird. With this government, anything can happen. Yeah, anything. National Trauma Center. Yeah, they could go there, Carl. There's your desert war fighting training right there, bud. They're in California, IA. And I'm sure California could use some, they could spend all that money on some worthless bullshit, couldn't they? Dean Melberg. I live in Virginia, 9 military bases within 50 miles, nothing happening here. Isn't that disgusting, Dean? Those guys could have been spooled up, convoys pre-built with supplies ready to roll. Could have been on site with a fucking CCP, basically combat control point, even though it's not combat, but a control point with, the big swinging deck in that control point, steering the fucking boat, putting people where people need to go, figuring out who needs this, who needs that. That all could have been logistically figured out within hours of this storm. But oh no. Weak leadership. I don't know about you. Where's the governors of these states? Has anyone seen a video or anything from these? I mean, I've seen Ron DeSantis talking. I've seen some of his. Let's go eat Chick-fil-A. That wasn't a good look, but I don't know if you guys caught that one or not, but probably wouldn't have said that. There's dead people. People died, bud. We don't need to talk about going to Chick-fil-A. Not a good look, Ron DeSantis. But what about North and South Carolina? What about their governors? I don't even know if they're Republican or Democrat. That's how much I know about the shit. But I haven't seen anything on those. What are they doing? Does anyone know? Anyone here know? I don't know. And to keep them busy and lit. Yep, but they're inclusive. Yeah. Yes, Trump has met with most of the governors. Dozers, generators, buses, out, food and shelter units. Yes. 29 Palms Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center, the world's largest Marine Corps training base. Yeah. Did they get spooled up, Matthew, to go help? Are they? Like that, and I don't know how much a post commander has pull on shit, but you would think a 1-star or a 2-star would have enough yank to send people. Maybe not, because he's federally obligated. He's not state. National Guard is state, reserve is state, but reserve is state federal soldiers. And then you have your active component. For those of you that might not know, let me say that again. So National Guard is state only. For them to be deployed, like back in the day during the GWOP, the president literally had to ask the governor to pull their National Guard to go do federal shit. National Guard is for that state's emergencies. Like back in the day, me and Carl went to the ice storm up north here in communist New York back in 1998. That was a fun time. I think I scared him. You can have a state reserve, which that reserve is what it is. It's the Federal Reserve for federally activated military. So even though it's like, say, New York State Reserve, it's for a federal emergency, not so much a state emergency, but the governor obviously has carte blanche on using them. And then obviously you have your active component, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and now Space Force. That was a blatant disregard for the law. That's a great time, Carl. That was a great fucking time, man. 98 ice storm. The military was here quickly. I was there, Betty. Me and Carl were there. I had a deuce and a half with a canvas top and no heat. And I went out one morning to start the truck. We would go out and start the vehicles because they were diesel. And then we would go inside and have breakfast and let them idle for like an hour before we hit the road because it was like negative fucking 10 up there. And I spit on the windshield one morning to wash the windshield because there's no windshield washers on a deuce and a half that was built in 1964. I swear to God, this girl must have served in Vietnam. And it froze before I could wipe it off. It's like, today's going to be a good day. I had no winter boots. We were very, very unequipped as far as winter gear. We were freezing our asses off. And I was delivering food. I was delivering firewood. I was delivering water. It's similar to what's going on down south, other than the damage there wasn't houses missing. There was just no power, and all the telephone poles were tipped over like toothpicks from the ice. It was crazy. I was a junior in high school, so excited when we didn't have school for 2 weeks. Oh my, damn, Betty, I got you by a handful of years then. That was 1998. So I was, let me see. Let me do some math. 20 something. 20, 20, hold on. Wait. Carry the 1. 23. 22, 23 years old. That was a good time. Amanda, my wife, has a friend in South Carolina, and she just told me this guy went to pick up supplies at a local fire station, and he was asked to show all sorts of ID and fill out forms up the wazoo to get supplies. Yeah, why is it gotta be such a fucking goat road? I mean, you can't tell who's in need. I mean, if they show up and they're reeking of body odor and they're filthy, I'm pretty sure they could probably use some supplies. You know, it's not someone trying to steal shit. I heard there's already fucking hillbilly bandits up in the mountains that are they're robbing people because they're so desperate. I mean, and what are we? Barely a week into this deal. Today's Saturday. It happened we're a weekend. It's crazy. Sorry for the shorthand. I could not fit it all. Yeah, no problem, Rick. You're good. I translated. We're good. The Rudd graduated in 81. Moses. That's the same age as Butch is. Butch is in 81, bud. Oh, damn. Aging yourself there. See the new law, news come past. Can't ask for ID. Great. California is lost. They're broke. The state's broke. They have no money. They've blown, that rail system is billions of dollars over budget, not even close to being completed. Like, who gives a fuck? They've imported how many millions of illegals that are just destroying the system. You know, housing out there is through the fucking roof. A regular American can't afford that shit. It's a fucking shit show. New York's the same fucking way. New York City is the same fucking way. New York City's lost. I mean, their governor, the mayor just got fucking, I haven't seen any updates on that fucktard yet, but, you know, and now the new thing is, you know, they're going after, or what he says is they're going after him because he's, you know, he's talking shit about Big Daddy G and the illegal immigrant, you know, safe space fucking what do you call those? Sanctuary city shit. You asked for it, dickhead. So how I don't understand that. You asked to be a sanctuary city. Here you go. Your problem. Bought a lighter for some candles and had to show an ID. Yup. But to vote, nope. Isn't that neat? That's neat. Matthew Wilkie. Apartments $1,000 to $3,000 a month. Where's that at, bud? I know that. I mean, that's fucking pennies for New York City. I know there's shit. You get like a room the size of this with farmer's bed in here. This fucker's tiny. This is only barely 8x8 in here. 8x12, I think it is, or 10x12. This costs $1,200 in New York City with no bathroom. Oh, man, yeah. Sally B. Hey, Jimmy, just tuning in from Torup, Florida. How y'all doing down there, Sally? Evidently, you got the interwebs. Hope y'all made it out, made it good okays. Let some folks know how you're doing in here. I know Farmer and I both have followers from North Carolina, but obviously they, granted they got Starlink, but I think that's just for comms, not so much for internet, but yeah, apartments, $1,000 to $3,000 a month in New York City. Well, just what the hell is that kid's name? Cash Jordan. Check out the Cash Jordan YouTube channel. Before he got into the immigrant stuff, he was doing stuff and things about the apartments down there and how fucking ridiculous they are. $138 for a 2-bedroom in Brazil. Thanks, Carl. Bangor, Maine has new apartment complexes, $1,800 a month for citizens, no rent or utility payments for illegals. Shocker! Oh, there's rent and utilities, Alicia. We're paying for it. Or FEMA did, with our money. Hence why they're broke. Yay, America. Government's awesome. They're great. They love us. They love us Americans. They love us straight Caucasian European type folks that just work, keep their heads down, supposed to shut our mouths and just pay our taxes and not cause any waves. They just love us. Yep. Yeah, Buzzy, Central Florida is in line for a Cat 3, and it's really going to get bad. Yep. I wonder how that, 2 in a row. Weird. Brunswick, Maine. Please hit appreciate thumbs up, y'all. What we got? We got $153 of y'all in here. Dang, on a Saturday night. What do we got? 8:30. Said an hour or those beers. And I think we've been out here. I mean, it's dark as hell outside right now. We got to the end of this beer. How's that? Yeah, Jack. Yeah. Ask Carl how the government is in Brazil. I've heard, things might be cheap, but don't talk shit. How's your Twitter doing, or your X your X channel in Brazil, Carl? How's that working out for you? Just asking. The Poodle Daddles is in the house from the Missouri. I'll watch the rest later. Take care of all things. Appreciate you, SV. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down. Yeah, I know. I'm getting borderline harmful. Yeah. You never know, SV, and I might not be here tomorrow to watch the rest of it. I don't know. Because, I don't think I've said any, here again, we got to fucking babysit what we say, tiptoe around verbiage and fucking around. It's great. Everything's fine. Oh, that's my good sticker. Yeah. Dang it. I gotta clean this place up. The only difference between Brazil's government and yours is what language they'll fuck you over in. Well, Carl, I don't think you're lying much. I mean, really here, it's It's bad enough right now, and if we don't get our shit together and get the right representatives, it's gonna get even worse to the point where the republic will be lost. President Trump would have sent in the National Guard and FEMA within hours of South Carolina Hurricane Helene landfall. Well, as far as FEMA, Matthew, yes, National Guard, he could call the governor and be like, hey, get your fucking people moving. Other than that, he doesn't really have much say over the state National Guard, but he would have had a lot. It would have been a lot more coordinated, I'm sure. I mean, he was already down there. You got a point there, Carl. Brazil doesn't start wars, even though Brazil, I mean, you're decent size. What are you, size of Texas or something? Whatever. The U.S. State Department helped put Lula in power. Of course they did. No one could understand Biden's language and Kamala's word salad. Yeah, without a teleprompter, Betty, she's lost. I mean, look at that. I was just talking about a little while ago when she's doing that shit with Magic Johnson's fight. It's 32 days to the election, and then the teleprompter goes out, and there was like crickets. She didn't know what to say. Lost in the sauce. Yep, Tropical Storm Milton coming in hot to Florida. Keep your heads down there, y'all. Keep your powder dry. 2 dozen eggs, a gallon of milk, and a loaf of bread cost you $50. Yeah, everything's fine, but hey, the economy is doing better. Didn't you guys know that? Didn't you guys get the APB on that? The economy's better. You just don't know. You just don't know. Like, was it Don Lemon on the street? Asked some guy, you doing better now or when Trump was in office? And he's like, when Trump was in office. And he's like, no, you're not. How much of a fucking political prostitute do you have to be to argue with someone about how their life is going, bud? What a fucking retard. Google patents on tornadoes and hurricanes. No, Lee. Come on now. That's crazy talk. Actually, it's the U.S. government has patents on that, but you didn't hear that from me. Not what I'm referring to. There we go. The best in forever. Yep. I still want to know who is running this country. I'm telling you, Fork Meow. I'm pretty sure it's Kamala. I mean, as soon as they propped her up, Papa Joe is an afterthought. He gone. Like, he came out, talked to the press. He's like, good evening. My name is Joe Biden. Welcome to the pool. Because, the press area is where the pool used to be. At least he remembered that part. I think that was just a little jab saying, hey, I'm still the president. Remember me? I think he has little spurts of non-dementia. And when he does, that's when he's fucking, I guarantee that's when he gets bitter about what his own party did to him. Just in place this fucking broad that no one fucking voted for. But let's not talk about that though, right? That's fine. Where the fuck is the president? Rockets flying all over the Middle East and nothing. Yeah, Carl. Man, it's the corporations that are running the country. That's why they all can't stand Trump. You know this. I ain't telling you anything you don't already know, bud. My legs are getting good. Craig, 1974. How did Kamala break her legs playing golf? She fell off the ball wash. Craig coming in with the hot ones. Yeah. I think he wandered into the wrong room. Yeah, I think so too. Cackle toe? That's a good one. I don't know if Farmer's still in here, but that one's like a good top 10 board night name right there. That one's a new one. I don't know if one of you regulars changed your name, but that's funny. Oh, so the Democrats here tried to get Hochul to remove me from the legislature because they said I was a racist, but yet apparently it's okay for Eric Adams to remain the mayor of New York City. Well, yeah, he has the correct pigment in his skin. Because that's all the Democrats give a shit about is fucking race. And now they don't even care about black people because black people are starting to wake up. Now all they give a shit about is illegal immigrants that I'd say most of them aren't even Mexican, Venezuelan, from every other fucking shithole country you can think of. Some of them, yeah, I granted, probably come here to try to better themselves. But hey, we got all their prisoners and their mental cases. I just seen a little video clip of a city hall meeting in Columbia, Ohio, about the Haitians and all the traffic issues they're having, running stop signs. Someone got ran over and killed. There wasn't even a ticket issued because if they get more than 2 tickets, that shit that sends them back or whatever. So that basically is telling me that the city is fucking covering for these people. Well, how much money are they getting from Big Daddy G to cover for these people? Because you know that's what makes the world go around is money. They don't give a fuck about you or anyone else that pays taxes. It's all about the money. Letitia James wants to be mayor of New York City now. Oh my Lord in heaven. Wow. I wouldn't doubt, you know what? I wouldn't doubt she wouldn't fucking win. Because there's plenty of fucking idiots down that place still. They still haven't suffered enough pain yet down there, I think. We'll see after November 5th. We'll see how New York fares during the presidential election to see how I know these motherfuckers from Long Island ain't fucking digging it. Holy shit. Halloween candy. Some people will spend over $100 on Halloween candy. How many gonna fall from all this Diddy shit? Oh, I'm telling you what, Todd. That dude ain't making it out. He ain't making it out alive. I'd almost bet you that. Bet you. He'll be singing here soon. He'll be singing something. Good people are good people, plain and simple. I wish they'd quit pushing the race bullshit. Yeah, Farmer. IH Farmer. Yeah. It's just, I don't care what you have or have not in betwixt your legs or what pigment is or is not in your skin. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a piece of shit, you're a fucking piece of shit. End of story. It's really not that hard. But no, it's just another way to divide, race and gender and blah, blah, blah. We've gone over this plenty of times. We know what's going on. We have enough of our crazy people. We do. Who do you think is keeping TikTok in business? Yeah. JG Wentworth, I need my cash now. Yeah. New York for Trump. Hell yeah. Steve Wildo, Springfield, Ohio, where the Haitians are migrating to and getting driver's licenses and cars somehow, then correct. Yeah, Steve, I seen the clip. Springfield, Ohio. Appreciate you. They had street cams showing, just blowing through stop signs and fucking people up, running people over. Again, like I said, someone got hit and killed and there wasn't even a ticket. Wasn't even a ticket issued. Haitian driver. Weird. Man, yeah. When they make stupid people a separate race, we can start a hate group with a flag and secret handshake. Yeah. Man, yeah. He's in the cell with the crypto guy. Oh, is that where he's at? Perfect. I thought he was with R. Kelly. Many popular celebrities and politicians on Diddy Party. Oh, yeah, Matthew. Oh, yeah. They'll be, and those said people that were there, you don't really hear much from them folks nowadays. Oprah has been awful quiet here lately, too. Weird. Just saying. I hope they all go down. All them fucking sicko fucks. They'll burn in fucking hell. But they won't. They won't. Nothing to happen about it. I'll bet you. He'll get Epstein or some shit. All the guards weren't looking, or they actually let him out in the gen pop out in the yard, and somebody accidentally shanked him, and he's dead. Bet you that'll happen. Oh, Dolly Parton donated $1 million out of her personal bank account, another million from Dollywood Foundation. Hell yeah, God, she is a patriot. I can't, man, how old is Dolly Parton now? She's got to be in her 80s, right? Moses Sandal, still pretty heavy on the top side, last I seen. Just saying, I mean, that's what she's kind of semi-famous for. All natural, I heard. And any word on Toby? Oh, yeah, any word on Toby Farmer? Kitty cat. Little Toby Cakes come back around. I got denied. Let's see. I think I mentioned it a little bit on the live stream. I was trying to adopt a dog, and I swear to God, I could probably adopt a foreign kid a lot easier than I could adopt a dog. So I was truthful on the application, was denied. They must have Googled my house, seen that I didn't have a fence, even though I was planning on buying $1,000 collar for the dog where you can take your phone and plot out. Because I don't like, first off, I ain't got 20 grand for a fence. Second off, I don't like putting dogs on leashes and shit. I think they just, go have fun, run. Yeah. So there was that I got denied for. And when they called one of my guys that I put on there for a reference, they asked about my kids, whatever. And granted, all my kids are grown and adults now, but I got grand rants. So he made mention of the kids, and then they're like, "Oh, the dog's not compatible with, it's more of a one-person dog." And I was like, "Well, my grandkids aren't here," so I gave up on the adoption. So then I just Google up or DuckDuckGo up, I'm a disabled veteran. How can I get a service dog? Well, you gotta be seeing a shrink for the last 3 months and basically be prescribed a service dog from the shrink. Well, I haven't seen one of those folks since the pandemic. And, I don't really feel the need for one at the moment. If things keep going the way they're going, maybe I will have to go see one. I don't know. So I'm still looking for a dog. So anyone that's local or in, the greater communist upstate New York area, I'm looking for a male pup that isn't some psychopath that's house trained, that I can basically spoil the rest of their life and have, be my buddy. I'm looking for a dog. So if anybody got an APB out, let a guy know. Lost my 14-year-old blue heeler 2 weeks ago Friday. Yeah, man, that's the only drawback, Craig, because I had a dog years ago, and I swore from that day because I had to put him down because it was bad. And I'm like, that's it. I'm not getting another dog. And the wife thinks I'm going through a midlife crisis or something. I am going to be 50 next year, but I don't know. We don't go anywhere anymore. We don't like people. So it's like, why not get a buddy to hang out with, He could be laying down here, handing him treats or whatever. I don't know. I just, I want to be able to take him on the job with me. Basically, I'm riding the truck, whatever. So hit a guy up. You don't like people? No, I don't like fucking people, Carl. I mean, I like you people, but I'm just talking to you through text, I did meet the Dick Steele and another feller at my dad's event. And we have, East Illinois here, Mr. Brash, which I didn't see him in tonight. Met those, I like those people, shake hands, whatever, but I just, in moderation. I like people in moderation. A good dog will reduce stress. Well, I could use that, Craig, if you haven't noticed. How many times is the guy's vein just fucking, tonight? Surgery to change your child's gender is easier to get than a, yeah, Betty, yeah. You're not bullshitting. Not bullshitting. Cub Cadet Steve's in the house. Evening from Vernon Center, New York. I'll be dipped. You're a new feller, or I don't remember that name popping up on my 144 of y'all in here. Moses. I had to put my horse down last year. He was 36. I had him for 35 years. Wow. I didn't know horses went that long, Jack Wee. Thank you. I mean, sorry for your loss. My grandfather and grandmother were real cowboys and cowgirl. They knew what gender they were. I mean, grandfather had a pistol belt, whole 9 yards, cowboy hat, even though we lived in upstate New York. And I remember my grandmother they had to put her horse down Valentine, and it was, I don't know how long they had her. I mean, the horse was always there from when I started remembering to one day when I showed up at my grandparents' house and she wasn't there. So I never knew how, I don't know how long horses go. So that just blows my mind that the horse was 35, Moses. Hell yeah, the Dick Steele. I didn't know you were that close, bud. It was fucking awesome. One of these times we'll have to have some cold ones. No cold ones were allowed at the fire department, but have a couple cold snacks and talk about the horse shit if we're still, if we're still around. I drive for the Cub Cadet Steve. I drive for Walmart out of Marcy. I'm on vacation this week. Well, God bless you. Enjoy your vacay, bud. My last dog lasted 17 years, longer than my last wife, and he was still loyal and loving. Yep. I mean, lock your dog in the trunk of your car and drive around the block, and he'll still be happy to see you when you open the trunk. Try that with your wife and see what happens. How about no? Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. Jackie, my horse was 34, got her in 1990. Took care of her until 2018. It sure sucks. Was foaled in 1984. Moses. I had no idea horses went that long. I'm not a horse guy, obviously. The Dick Steele. Have to get you a Four Seasons archery sticker for your wall. Hell yeah, brother. We'll freaking yeah. Sticker right up there. Come on. Just got done wrapping round bales. Got you live, bro. Hell yeah, Chris. I mean, guys' feet are starting to go numb. I'm not even lying. Of course, I got my Hey Dudes. Hey Dudes. Got my Hey Dudes on, so they're not insulated all that fucking well. But I did say either an hour or all these beers. And now, I got 2 beers left. I think we've been well over an hour. And I'm getting cold. Not gonna lie, but yeah, those of you in the New York area, if you got a line on a male pup dog, at least a year, got to be housebroke, hit me up. Rehoming, whatever. Can't be a psychopath. I don't care what the breed. Well, no long hair. The wife, that's the one precondition I got from the wife. We can't have the long shedding hair all over the house. I had a cat that lived to be 21. So did my mother. Josh, I couldn't afford Hey Dudes. Has to get sup bros. The wife got me these Hey Dudes. Hey Dudes. Don't tell me you own. Nope, I ain't got no crocodilies, IH farmer. No crocodilies over here. It's going to be in the 30s at night next week. Moses. I got to get this heat fixed. Well, folks. It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. My feet are cold. I appreciate talking to y'all. We got 144 in here. I think I'm going to fucking shut her down, go into what heat we do have in the house. And I don't know. Maybe we'll do this again. Now you know why I've been kind of absent. Let me explain this real quick, and then I got a book. That's why I haven't been doing any recorded videos. I mean, I'm looking at the calendar. It says July was the last time I was out here. I think I did the last 2 live streams. I hadn't done any videos prior to that other than maybe a quick one to say, hey, we're doing a live stream. I just get so fed up with it and so miserable with it, whatever. And I forget what it's like to talk with you folks, and remember down that there's so many people with the same mindset, but it just eats at me sometimes. And it just, I just don't want to, I hope you guys are kind of getting what I'm saying. It's not that I don't want to talk to you folks about stuff, and I don't want to, maybe update some folks on what they may or may not know what's going on, whatever, but just sometimes I'm like, fuck it. I just don't want to, because it's like, what am I doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? But, I appreciate y'all hanging out on a Saturday evening. I'll try to, do some stuff and things a little bit more. We are getting closer to the election. Who knows? you know, hopefully, God willing, the creek don't rise. No pun intended to you folks down south. But, you know, things go our way and they don't cheat that much. And we can, you know, get Big Daddy Don back in there with the A team. You know, we got Bobby Kennedy heading up some health shit. We got Elon Musk gonna come in there and fucking start cleaning the house, which needs to happen. So, bitch Butch video. Roger that, Craig. I'll work on that. The bitch is out of town right now. Not out of town, but she's at the shop. But I appreciate y'all hanging out this evening. One last one for y'all, but October 18th still. Yeah, Lee. Well, ask Farmer that shit. I don't know. He's got the beans across the road next to me done and on the other side of me done. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing farmer shit. It's up to him. We'll see. I will say Vance really impressed. Yeah, I like JD. JD is the future, y'all. But I'm gonna shut her down because it's getting cold. The FBI is coming. Yeah, they're doing. Why is there movement at the salon? Is the wife out of the salon door? Maybe we got stray animals. I gotta check the camera. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out. We'll do this real soon, like I promise. I appreciate you, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later on.